We are live at Breed Middle School for a game between the Lynn Tech Tigers and the visiting Cathedral Panthers. Leadoff walk to start things off. I'm Justin Barrasso, joined by Maciel Santana and Ethan Pena, and we are delighted to bring you some softball action this afternoon. That's a wild pitch. It's going to bring the leadoff runner to second base. Top of the first here. And that is Anya Bizcayeno on second. With Jasmine Fernandez up at the plate. Interesting matchup today. It is Sean Doherty, Lynn's own Sean Doherty, coaching Cathedral, against Beth McCauley's Lynn Tech Tigers. Another pass ball. Such an advantage when you can now have a runner on third, nobody out, all from that leadoff walk. Tech has Genevieve McCarthy on the mound. That's a contact, nice play at second there. Nice catch. Real nice play by J.B. Beauchamp there. Gets the out at second and keeps the runner at third, prevents her from scoring. So one on at third base, one out. And Carolyn Perez Guerrero is up to bat. Takes ball one with a runner on third and one out here in the top of the first. Here comes the pitch. Foul ball. Really nice day for these young ladies. They've played through such uncomfortably cold weather this spring, so it's nice to have a day in the 60s. The sun shines out. A little bit of a breeze, but no one is complaining. McCafferty, the windup in the pitch. She finds a strike zone there. Be an enormous out here if she can get this batter. Get a second out. And really prevent the Cathedral rally from taking place. Or stop it before it even gets started. That ball's high and outside. Wind up in the pitch. Foul ball. Got a good cut there. Just didn't send it where she wanted. Here comes the pitch. High. And we have a full count now. Wind up the pitch. High and outside, she'll walk. We'll have runners in the corners. And you would think the first thing that Cathedral will look to do is put her on second base with the stolen base. Tech actually with their backup catcher today. Give her credit. It is Genesis Baez behind the plate today. Oh, nice. Puts that. That's going to drop in. That's going to drop in. That's a standing double. For Lucene McCusker. RBI double. Moves the runner, Perez Guerrero, from first to third. And she'll be standing at second. So 1-0 Cathedral. One out and two on. You can hear Coach Doherty at third base going through some running instructions. It's too bad Madison Medina gets hit by a pitch there. And now the bases are loaded. Though not the worst play. Again, McCafferty now in a situation where it's an out at the easiest base. If it's within range, you can get the out at the plate. Maybe a double play as well. Swing and a miss there from Kayla Dyer. McCafferty, a nice pitch there. Wind up and strike 2. This should be a big out, and then you could have 2 outs with force out at any bag. Again, McCafferty and Dyer here. We'll see. 0-2 count, definitely in the pitcher's favor. McCafferty, the windup, she looks good, and the pitch. A little low, but keeps it in play. That's good. 1-2 count. Wind-up pitch, and she strikes her out. Big strikeout for McCafferty. That's 2 down now. Keeps the bases loaded. Prevents anyone from moving forward. And now she'll have a matchup against Morgan DePisa with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Tech would be thrilled to get out of this inning, only trailing by 1. Wind up in the pitch. That's a ball in the infield. Oh, that's going to hit the runner. Interesting play. And that is runner interference. Big break for Tech. That will do it for the inning. After a half inning of play, Cathedral gets 1, but Tech has to meet the rule. They minimize the damage. 1-0 Cathedral after 1. Tech coming to the plate. We'll be right back for some Lynn Tech action, some Lynn Tech offense. We are back for the bottom half of the first. Thank you to Maciel Santana, who's on camera right now. Soraya Ray leads off for Tech. Trailing by 1, heading into the bottom half of the first. This is the shortstop. She'll take ball 1. There's a strike. 1-1 count. Just outside there. Tech looking to get some offense going. Wind up in the pitch. 2-2 count. That is outside. Some great chance from the Lynn Tech team. Oh, too bad she's going to strike out there. But a good at bat by Ray. On the mound for Cathedral is Anaya Augustov. Next up for Tech, Kayla McGregor, who's at first base today. Looking good at first. It's her first time this season at first base, but typically at third. Michaela's one of those players that can, she's versatile. She can play multiple positions. She's got a great attitude. She works hard, and she's a very talented player. Takes that pitch, a 1-1 count. Nobody on, 1 out. Wind up the pitch. She's going to swing. Base hit to third base, a grounder to third base. Nice play by third baseman. For Cathedral, that was Kayla Dyer. Really nice play. She actually barehanded that ball. Made the play at first. So now 2 down, nobody on for Tech. Our pitcher, Genevieve McCafferty, comes up to the plate. Genevieve in the 3-hole for Tech today. And the windup and the pitch. Nice pitch right to us. Foul ball. Maciel, that almost hit you. Nice. Best hit of the game on either side. Unfortunately, a foul ball, but if she can straighten that out or keep that in fair play, that's a pretty nice swing. Wind up the pitch. Looked outside, but ump called it a strike. A strike it is. Two strikes. She's got to protect the plate here. That one's down in the dirt. Wind up the pitch. And she's going to take her base. Always nice to have a lefty on the mound. Just throws you off a little bit as a hitter. And Gustav as a southpaw. All right, Tech now, man on base for Derlin Salvador. Tech looking to get on the board here. Tie this game up at 1. Wind up the pitch. That is strike. Swing and a miss. She falls herself in an 0-2 hole very quickly. Got to protect the plate here as well. She puts that in play. That looks like it's going to be fantastic. Hit the top part of the bat. Effectively a bunt. And kind of caught the catcher off guard. It was too great a distance for the third baseman or the pitcher to come in. Oh, no. She left the base. But thankfully, Tech had called time. Salvador, big base hit. JB Beauchamp now, 2 on, 2 out. Chance to get something going here with 2 outs for the Tigers. Beauchamp didn't like that one, but I believe he called that a strike. Ooh, she's a little behind on that pitch, but she made contact, keeps the at bat alive. And same, a little behind, but she fouls it off. Keeps the at-bat alive. She's going to take that one looking. Big out there for Augusta and Cathedral after 1. After Tech leaves 2 on. It is 1-0 Cathedral. We'll be back for the top half of the second inning. All right, we're back here. McCafferty on the mound. Tech trailing 1-0. Ball is outside. McCafferty on the mound here. Looking to get a leadoff out for Tech. Nice pitch. That is strike 3. Tech's going to need to throw to first. No, that was a missed call by the ump. That was only strike 2. All right, runner on second here. One and one count. It's going to be high and outside. Sun beating down here at Breed. Strike there. Nice pitch. McCafferty looking to keep this lead at 1. It's a leadoff runner on second. Nobody out. It's a little high there for the. This is Augusta, the pitcher. She is the last of the order. I think Cathedral will start anew with Vizcaino, who led off with a walk. Full count here. Wind up the pitch. Inside, she's going to walk. It'll be first and second with nobody out. It's a wild pitch. Should advance both runners. It advances the runner from second to third. First base looked like she was a little hesitant. She didn't run. But first and third now, nobody out. Tough break there for Tech. Cathedral now in a really nice chance, a really strong opportunity to expand upon their lead. McCafferty, nice pitch. It's going to get past the catcher. It's going to lead to a run. And Cathedral is just running the bases right now. Oh, that's going to... Oh! Nice play there. Kind of worked out in Tech's favor at the very end. They gave up a run. But Cathedral overran third there. Ray Como tagged her out. Nice play by Ray. Freshman. Typically second baseman. She's at third today. Nice tag out. So it is 2-0 now. But the bases are now clear. So you gave up to give up a little bit to get something there. Cleared the bases, but you did give up a run. 2-0 Cathedral. 1 down here, top of the second. And it is tough to catch. So you got to give credit to our backup here, Genesis Baez, thrown into duty on game day. She's doing a pretty good job keeping the ball in front of her, which becomes critical with runners on base. McCafferty to wind up the pitch. Nice pitch there. Hits the strike zone. 2-2 count. 1 down, nobody on. Foul ball there. A little behind the pitch, but her swing did just enough to get contact. Camilla Ruffino missing behind the plate today. Not here today. Tech could really use her. Her leadership in her bat. Nice pitch. That is strike 3 from McCafferty. That is 2 down. Nobody on. And again, if Tech can get out of the inning, only giving up 1 run, I think all things considering, you take it. Jasmine Fernandez steps up to bat for Cathedral. She puts bat on the ball. That's a foul ball. Nice swing, though. Como couldn't get it, but it was a foul ball. And that puts the count at 0-1. McCafferty sets, winds up, throws. She is swinging at the plate. That's strike 2. Aggressive at bat. But through 2 pitches, McCafferty just a little bit better. McCafferty the windup, the pitch. Strike 3. First base is open, though. They're going to make a play. Fortunately, they don't do it. that is a tough break for Tech. Fernandez strikes out, but it's pass ball. Tech unable to convert the out at first base, make the play at first base. It extends the inning. And that's tough because McCafferty pitched so well there. So you're asking her to get fourth out now instead of 3. And there's a pass ball. And just like that, 2 outs and a runner on second for Cathedral. You can see Coach Doherty really pressing on his players the importance here of that extra run. Wind up in the pitch. Inside. 2-0 count. And extra outs are tough, right? You go from really having a pretty solid inning to giving the offense new life. And there's a base hit that's gonna find the gap in center. She knocks in a run. Carolyn Perez Guerrero, she is going to score an inside the park home run. And that's a killer for Tech. That takes a 2-0 game. And it looks like the end of the inning to a 4-0 game. Great coaching there by Sean Doherty. Great situational hitting, running, playing, and what a blast there from Carolyn Perez Guerrero. Luis McCusker at the plate now. Swing and a miss. Tech not out of this game, but just putting yourself in a hole with situations like that when you get extra outs. And it's too bad because McCafferty was looking so good on the mound. 0-1 count. McCafferty to McCusker. Strike 2. And looking for a third strike here to end the inning. High and outside. 1-2 count. There's something about the chants from these two teams. Outside, the sunshine, the chants, it just makes you feel at home. Base hit to third. That's a foul ball. Actually, looked like it was fair, but Tech will take that break. See if Como takes a step over to the bag now, knowing that that is a possibility. Yeah, she's playing that well. 1-2 count. Wind up the pitch. Base hit. Finds the outfield. Great job by Tech there in the outfield. It was a really nice job by Derlin Salvador, making the play, hitting her cutoff, and keeping the runner at second base. Keeping the runner at first, making sure the single stayed a single instead of allowing her to advance. But the inning continues. Nice hit, nice piece of hitting there after being down 0-2 in the count. Wind up the pitch. Madison Medina at the plate. Starts off with a 1-0 count. It's a wild pitch. She's going to take second, no problem. Coach Doherty, you hear him. He wanted her to take third, which would have been risky, but Tech hasn't been entirely accurate in their throws. It could have led to a run. I think that's what he was thinking. Wind up the pitch. May have been worth the gamble for Cathedral, if you see it from Coach Doherty's perspective. 1-1 count. One and 2 count. Oh, you wish he hadn't. Oh, risky play to make that throw to third. I like the aggressiveness from Tech. She steals the bag, but good backup there from your shortstop. And we now have a runner on third. Full count. This is one of those critical junctures. If Cathedral can extend this inning, it's really a backbreaker for Tech. 2 outs, 2 strikes, foul ball. She put a nice piece on that one. Right off the school door. Off the bounce, of course. 2-2 count. 2 outs, runner on third, 4-0 lead Cathedral. McCafferty looking for the punch out. That was a ball 4. She'll take her bag. Looks like she's coming out of the game, though, for a pinch runner. And she is. And Kayla Dyer now comes up with runners on the corners. You'd imagine Cathedral's going to look to steal here. Put runners on second and third. If there's a pass ball, though, you might also see the runner on third try to score. Let's see how this plays out. Wind up the pitch. Nice pitch to start things off. 0-1 count. That one's in the dirt, but a nice play at the plate. Keeps it in front of her. Does Baez. As the sun beats down on us here at Breed. That's a strike. She's going to steal second. Good. Smart by Tech. Just ignore it. Focus on the player at the plate. Wind up the pitch. Strike 3. Big one there from Tech. Ends the inning. It is a 4-0 lead for Cathedral as we head into the bottom of the second. We'll be right back with Tech at the plate. We are back for the bottom of the second. Tech looking to generate some offense here. Trailing 4-0 in the bottom of the second. That is a swing and a miss by Ray Como. That might not be Como. Let's see. It's a foul ball. Quick 0-2 count. Excuse me. This is JB Beauchamp leading off. 0-2 count. She's been aggressive at the plate. Good eye. Extends the at-bat. It's a 1-2 count. Takes that one looking. Good at bat, but tough finish. Strike 3. Next up for Tech is Camille Santana, the center fielder. Wind up the pitch. That's a bit outside. Another ball there. Good eye from Santana. Get on any way you can. Walks just as good as a hit. That's a nice pitch. Found the middle of the plate there. Augusta have been good, solid on the mound so far for Cathedral. That's a hit to second. It should be enough for a base hit. It is. Excellent job by Tech. Puts the bat on the ball. Tricky part of the infield. Second baseman had a hard time tracking it down. Got to it. Didn't have enough time to get the out at first. And just like that, Tech will have a runner on first. Swing and a miss here, but the catcher doesn't hold on to it. Advances to second. And there's a runner on second with 1 out. With B. Prenza at the plate. 1-1 count. on Prenza. Tech could really use the run here. Base hit, that's going to drop in, it looks like. Nice job by Tech. Prenza put just enough on it. Again, forced the second baseman to sprint in. Actually made a pretty nice play getting the ball to first. Just didn't beat her. Runner, tie goes to the runner. We have runners on first and third now for Tech. And it looks like the catcher, Genesis Baez, to the plate. Ball one. Some pitch. Nice pitch there. Prenza steals second there. Nice play. Now Tech limits the chance of a double play, or complicates the chance of a double play. 2 on, runners in scoring position. Wind up the pitch. It's a nice strike there from Augusta. 1-2 count. Strikeout would be big here for Cathedral. Keeps the ball out of play and puts Tech in a more challenging spot. Wow. Baez gets the benefit of a nice call there from the ump. Calls it a ball. Look good. 2-2 count. See if she capitalizes on the new opportunity at the plate. That's a foul ball. Nice job protecting the plate, keeping the at-bat alive. Augusta of the windup, the pitch. It's going to be high. Full count here. Ball's outside. Loads up the bases. Tech with their best opportunity of the day. And perfect timing. Top of the lineup. Soraya Rayleigh now has a chance. 1 out. Bases juiced. Ball 1 to open the count. Ooh. Cathedral tries to pick off. Camille Santana at third. Unsuccessful in their attempt. Comes the pitch. It's a 2-0 count. Soraya Ray in control now. Hitters count. Great chance for Tech to cut into the Cathedral lead. Nice pitch. Foul ball. One and two count. That's outside as well. 3-1. Wind up the pitch. Nice pitch. It was a strike for sure. Foul ball. Big opportunity here for Tech. Bases loaded. Only one out. Leadoff hitter Soraya Ray at the plate. They're top of the lineup. Trailing 4-0. Looking to cut into the Cathedral lead. It's a nice pitch there. That looked like a strikeout. It is. Ray went back in the box. Not a bad idea. If the ref doesn't call you out, stay in the box as long as you can. But they had a strike, the foul ball, and that was strike 3. Kayla McGregor now steps to the plate. 2 outs. Bases loaded. A little bit more of a tense situation here with 2 outs. Gustav with the pitch. Strike 1. Tech really needs to capitalize on the situation. McGregor takes a cut, misses, and Gustav starts off with a commanding 0-2 count. See if Kayla can turn it around here for Tech. Wind up the pitch. Just outside. Good eye. It's tough with 2 strikes. He was trying to protect the plate, but nice work by McGregor there. Knowing the pitch zone. Here comes the pitch. That's definitely high. 2-2 count. And good work by McGregor, working our way back into the at bat with a 2-2 count. Wind up the pitch. Just made contact there. Foul ball. Gustav sets. The wind up, the pitch. That is outside. Full count, bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the second. Cathedral up 4-0. Tech looking to cut into that in a big way. Likely running on the pitch here. Now that is ball 4. McGregor gets the RBI. And Tech is on the board, 4-1. Genevieve McCafferty, Tech's ace pitcher, now has a chance to tie the game, even take the lead. She swings, and that actually would have been a nice at-bat had not been a force. But she makes contact, kind of a dribbler right in front of the catcher. Needed a little more on it. Catcher picks it up and wisely steps on home plate to end the inning. After 2 innings, it is 4-1. Cathedral ahead, and they will start off the top of the 3rd. We'll be right back for more softball. We are back for the top of the 3rd. 4-1 Cathedral lead. McCafferty still on the mound for Tech. And leading things off here for Cathedral is Morgan DePisa. She puts the bat on the ball, right to second base. Nice play by Tech. Beauchamp straight to McGregor, and that's a quick out. Excellent job by Beauchamp, and McGregor with a nice snag at first base. 1 up, 1 down for Tech. And Emily Mariluz steps up to the plate for Cathedral. Nobody on. Ahead 4-1, top of the 3rd. McCafferty winds up. Outside there. Would be nice for a quick inning for McCafferty. She's really done a great job of keeping Tech in this game. She's had some nice defensive plays behind her, too. You wish this was a 2-1 game, but Cathedral did a nice job of capitalizing on a pass ball, strike 3, extending the last half inning, and getting 2 more runs, which now looms large. Wind up in the pitch. Bit outside. Good matchup so far. And it's nice to see everyone. I see some people standing in shorts. It's nice to see everyone not bundled up for a change on this sunny afternoon at Breed Field. McCafferty sets. The wind up, the pitch. That is outside. Full count. Strikeout here would be big. Tech back in this game. Want to capitalize upon that. McCafferty, the windup, the pitch. That's strike 3. Nice catch by Baez, too. Keep it in front of her. No easy task to be thrown into the catching spot. That's 2 down. Nobody on. And our pitcher, who's been great for Cathedral so far, Anaya Gustave, steps to the plate. That's a quick ball 1. Strike 2. See if McCafferty goes for the pounce right here. 0-2 count. She can get strike 3. Be the first clean inning of the day for Tech. She sets. The windup, pitcher to pitcher here. Strike 3. Oh, it looked like strike 3. Must have been strike 2. All right, so that was a 1-1 count, not an 0-2 count. My apologies. Now it's a 1-2 count. Wind up the pitch. That one's outside, so 2-2 count. My apologies. Thought she had her. Still a chance to do so. Sets the wind up the pitch. That's outside. Full count. Sean Dart, the coach of Cathedral, also coaches in the Lynn Elementary League, the Shoemaker Boys. They've won 3 out of the last 4 titles. He does a great job. That's ball 4. So a gust of walks. That'll start. We'll go back to the top of the lineup. For Cathedral, this is Anaya Vizcaino, who's been tough. You can see as soon as she steps in the box, she's ready to swing. Wind up the pitch. High and outside. Outside as well. Vizcaino looking to swing, though. McCafferty sets, wind up the throw. That hits the strike zone. Bless you. Tech looking to get out of this inning with minimal damage, trailing here 4-1. Nice pitch there by McCafferty. Finds a strike zone. We have a full count. 2 outs, 1 on. Vizcaino at the plate. McCafferty on the mound. The wind up the pitch. Foul ball. Some good coaching here from Coach Doherty. Guiding his player along on first, what to do depending on the situation. Pretty much just run, right, with 2 outs and a full count. Looking to go. Foul ball there. Extends the at bat. Full count. McCafferty sets. Throws. It's a fair ball. It's going to find its way to the infield. Good 2-out single there for Cathedral. Now runners on first and second, 2 outs. And all of a sudden, you have Jasmine Fernandez up at the plate. Who can swing the bat? Cathedral really looking to make start a rally here with 2 outs. Tough play there. McCafferty kept it in the infield, but unable to get the out. She starts off aggressive there. Aggressively does Fernandez. Fouls it off. 0-1 count. Wind up in the throw. That's a fair ball. Oh, Ray Como, nice grab, nice snag at third, and that'll do it. Tech holds Cathedral scoreless here in the top of the third. Will enter the bottom of the half of the inning, trailing 4-1. Looking to make this a little closer. Looking to tie it up, maybe even take the lead. Headed to the bottom of the third. It is Cathedral 4, Lynn Tech 1. We are back for the bottom of the third. Tech looking at keep the action going here. Keep the momentum going. After making a nice play to end the top half of the inning, Ray Como leads off. Looking at an 0-1 count. Make that an 0-2 count. Needs to protect the plate here. And she does. Fouls it off. Just got to straighten that out. Nice cut there. That misses the strike zone. It is a 1-2 count. Wind up and the pitch. Calls that a strike. Strike 3. Looked high. Como thought so too. But just like that, it is 1 out. And Derlin Salvador, who is 1 for 1, takes the plate. Lefty versus lefty. Strike 1 there. Swing and a miss there. 2 strikes. Augusta with the wind up and the pitch. She misses there. It is a full count. Strike 3 there. Gustav comes out throwing darts to start the bottom of the third. 2 up, 2 down. And JB Beauchamp takes the batter's box for Tech, looking to keep this inning alive. That's outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Beauchamp swings. Oh, nice snag by the pitcher. Excellent play. 1-2-3 inning. We'll head into the top of the 4th. It is 4-1 after 3. Cathedral leading Lynn Tech. Top of the 4th here. Cathedral ahead 4-1. Genevieve McCafferty with the pitch. Ball 1. Leading off this inning for Cathedral is Carolyn Perez Guerrero. Strong righty. She puts the bat on the ball there. That's going to be at least 2 bases. That's going to be at least 3. I think Coach Doherty's going to send her home. That is going to be her second inside the park home run of the afternoon. No play at the plate. It is 5-1 Cathedral, and Perez Guerrero's outstanding afternoon continues. She has been a thorn in Tech's side all afternoon. Best case there for Tech is there was nobody else on base. 5-1 after that inside the park home run by Perez Guerrero. Next up is Louisney McCusker. Nobody on, nobody out. Takes ball 1. It's a foul ball. Tips it off. 1-1 count. McCafferty looking to get the first out for Tech this inning. Wind up the pitch. Pops it up. Nice play by McGregor. Oh, it pops out of the glove. Though Beauchamp did a nice job covering first, but unfortunately the ball popped out of her glove. It's actually a good lesson for everybody, right? McCusker didn't particularly run fast because she thought the play was over. You still run it out. Nice backup by Beauchamp. And for Tech, a reminder that you got to put the hand under the glove to help secure it. All right, one on, nobody out. And it's now a runner on second after McCusker steals second. There'll be no throw. And it looks like nope. I think Medina was in the game and she's out now. This is a sub. Let's see if we can get 15. No, it is Madison Medina. It is Medina with a 1-1 count. Nobody out. And a runner on second. Cathedral looking to take further control of this game with a 5-1 lead. Swinging a cut there. Swinging a miss from Medina. Good cut, but she's unable to make contact. Here's the wind-up, the pitch. But that's going to drop in. Tech outfield was very deep there. Nice job, though, getting in quickly. Ooh, overthrow there. Foul places to the pitcher. That's a tough one. Zoe Wilson did a nice job of getting that ball in quickly, but it's tough to throw to the pitcher. Actually, was wild, and that advanced the runners. So now second and third. Nobody out. And Kayla Dyer at the plate. 5-1 game. Dyer looking to open it up for Cathedral. And it's ball 4. Dyer walks, which brings Morgan DePisa up to the plate with the bases loaded. Big situation here for both squads. Cathedral looking to open this thing up. Tech looking to keep it a 4-run game. 5-1 right now. Nobody out. Bases are loaded for Cathedral. DePisa at the plate. It's ball 1. Wind up the pitch. Ooh, some tricky base running there. That's going to be an infield single. She eluded Como's tag. That's one of those plays, though, you could, to force at any base, you could have went to the bag. Good learning experience for the freshman Como. But if you're Cathedral, you're pretty happy. You get an RBI single. Everyone advances. Everyone's safe. Emily Mariluz up at the plate. Bases are loaded. Puts the bat on the ball. That's going to drop in, too. No way. Oh, Wilson made a nice play. Actually overran it. And that's going to score. It's going to be an RBI double. Thank you. RBI double makes it 7-1. With Anaya Gustavin up at the plate. Inside pitch.
Emily, no outs. You do not have to run. If it's in the air, be careful. You don't have to run. Watch us.
Ooh. That makes contact. That's going to hit her. Cathedral will now have bases loaded. Nobody out. With Anaya Vizcaino, top of the lineup, coming up. Tech wisely going to talk it over on the mound. Critical juncture here. Assistant coach Alyssa Howell leading the players' meeting. Thanks to Yaz Chicken, who has taken care of our lunch today, feeding Ethan Maciel and myself on this beautiful day. Keeps getting nicer in terms of the sunshine. Keeps getting warmer. All right. Key part here of the game. 7-1, Vizcaino at the plate. Nobody out. Bases juiced. Good pitch by McCafferty. Strike 1. So we kind of get into that tricky area now where if you're a Cathedral, you're thinking you could win this game by the slaughter rule. That's a pass ball. That's going to score a run. She's going to score standing. It's going to open up first base. Everybody advances. 8-1. Nobody out. And that's going to do it for the inning. We'll be right back with the bottom half of the inning. And we're back here in the bottom of the fourth. Swing and a miss. Augusta's done a nice job on the mound. So that was the reason that inning was stopped short, it felt like, before getting to 3 outs. It was a 5-run max, which they're doing today to keep games flowing for the next game after this as well at the field. So it is now 9-1 Cathedral, bottom of the fourth. Two and one count. Puts the bat on the ball there. Nice play by the shortstop. That was Camille Santana who popped out. And Alex Fuentes into the game. She'll take ball one. So that 5-run rule actually it definitely benefits them there. Keeps the game within 8 runs. They're going to need to prevent Cathedral from scoring to get to that 10-run threshold. But for now, it's 9-1. Bottom half of the fourth. Nobody on, 1 out. Pitch. Fuentes takes a strike. She sets the wind-up, the pitch. That's going to be outside. Fails to hit the strike zone. Definitely some bright sides for Tech today. Just the offense. Need more consistency on offense. And little things on defense, too. Little things go a long way in this game. That's a hit. She makes a contact. Augusta fields it. Makes the play at first. That's where Tech needs to get to. When you can have these plays in the infield and you're confidently and securely making outs. And they're getting there. One step at a time. But Cathedral with a nice play there. Back to the pitcher on the dribbler. She makes the play at first. 2 down. With Genesis Baez up at the plate. Takes ball 1. There's ball 2. 2-0 count. Quickly a 3-0 count. Wind up the pitch. And she's going to walk to first, take her base. All right, Tech with some action here. Soraya Ray now in the leadoff spot. 2 out, 1 on. Ball 1. That's 5 balls in a row from Augusta, who's suddenly having a hard time finding the plate. Make that 6 in a row. That's a nice pitch. 1-2 count. Runner on first. 2 outs. Soraya Ray at the plate, looking to keep this inning alive for Lynn Tech. Strike 2. Nice job by Tech there. Baez stealing second. Why not, right? No more force at second. Basic could score you, should score you. 2-2 count. That's going to be strike 3. That's going to do it for the inning. I apologize. There's only 1 strike there. Now it's a full count. It was a 3-1 count. That was strike 2. Full count now. And that will be strike 3, and that'll do it through 4. It's Cathedral 9. Lynn Tech 1. We'll be back for the top of the 5th inning. Back for the top of the 5th. Cathedral looking to push ahead, forge ahead, get that 10-run lead. We put Tech in what they're back against the wall. We enter the inning, half inning, 9-1. And it is the top of the lineup for Cathedral with Vizcaino. Amaya Vizcaino leading off. I mean, if you're Cathedral, the goal here is obviously get runners on base for Carolyn Perez Guerrero, who's just mashed the ball today. Again, nice coaching matchup today. Coach Sean Doherty from Cathedral, who's a Lynn guy, proud Lynn native, resident, teaches at Shoemaker against Coach Beth Mercaldi, who is a alum. Nice strikeout there, by the way. Got her to chase and get strike 1. Out number 1 of the inning. And Coach Beth Mercaldi, who's been at Tech for the duration of her career. Vocational teacher, takes a lot of pride in that. Helps out in the basketball season with the scores book. Lynn Tech alum. So a nice matchup today between coaches. The Tech staff includes Alyssa Donovan from the social worker team and Alyssa Howell from culinary. That's a knock to second. Tech with a nice play. JB Beauchamp gets the ball straight to Kayla McGregor. And just like that, it's 2 up, 2 down. Cafferty finding her groove at the plate. And Jet. And this is Carolyn Perez Guerrero. Looking to swing. Fortunately for Tech, nobody on base. They put themselves in a good spot here. So it limits the amount of damage she can do. Or inflict, if you will. That's outside. Cafferty sets. The windup, the pitch. Cuts the outside corner. Nice pitch. 1-2 count. This would be a big out and a big 1-2-3 inning for Tech. Nope. She puts the bat on the ball. Looked like they had her too, but overthrow at first base. Even though it's a short distance from first to the fence, it was enough to get her to second. And she continues to haunt Lynn Tech. Now we have a runner on second with 2 outs on that. It's an error at first base. And she advanced to second. She's going to get right to third, too, on that pass ball. And just like that, she's on third base. One and 0 count. This is Louise McCusker. Louisiana McCusker fouls that off. 1-1 count. Foul tips that. 1-2 count. That one is inside, forces her out of the batter's box. Two and 2 count. McCafferty 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. That's going to be a base hit to short. Nice fields it. And it is a little overthrown. McGregor couldn't hold on to it. A little bit of you, a little bit of me there from the shortstop and McGregor. And you can see McGregor, it's her first game at first, so a little bit of inexperience there, but she's doing her best. And that was a nice play by the shortstop. I thought she's fielded the ball well. It's Soraya Ray at short. She's made some nice snags, but just hasn't been able to get the ball in McGregor's glove, in her mitt. It's going to score a run. It's 10-1 now. With Madison Medina at the plate for Cathedral. Runner on second. And that's going to drop in. That's a fair ball. And that is going to score an extra run for Cathedral. It was a standing double. And the missed throw to the pitcher will cost Tech a run. You know, smart bit of coaching there from Coach Doherty. Could have easily tried to force the runner from third to score. Would have been a very tight play at the plate. Instead, held her up. And on the ensuing throw to the pitcher, it's a tough throw to McCafferty. Tech's got to clean that up. That's something they can fix. And it leads to an extra run scoring. So now it's 11-1. It's exactly what Cathedral wanted. With a chance to do a little more if the runner on third here. This is Kayla Dyer at the plate. And look, that was a pinch hitter Martinez, the last at bat. So, the troubles for Tech continue. But a young team, hopefully they continue to show improvement. That is a pass ball. The runner will not try to advance. You know, hitting's been an issue for Tech, but if they can tighten up even just the little things, keep the ball in front of you, getting it back to the pitcher, it'll certainly tighten up some of these games. Sets in the throw from McCafferty. Wind up at the pitch. And that is strike 3. And that'll do it as we head into the bottom of the fifth. It is Cathedral 11, Tech 1. Back for the bottom of the fifth. Kayla McGregor leads off. I actually like McGregor at first base. She just needs more reps. You can see the lack of confidence there, which will not just something that over time, lots and lots of practice can be fixed. Such a nice young lady. See what she does here at the plate. Hard-working student athlete. Can see how her teammates light up when she's at the plate. It's a nice pitch for a cut. She holds off. And the pitch. Outside, full count, 3-2 to lead off the bottom of the fifth. Cathedral up 11-1. So with the 10-run lead, if that holds on, if that holds, it'll be that's strike three. But the base is open. Cathedral with a nice play though. Catcher was smart. They've done a better job with the little things here. They've also hit the ball harder, but a good combination. Better hitting and better fielding too have led to this 11-1 lead. But I will say, I still think McCafferty pitched well on the mound. But she didn't get the same defense behind her that Augusta did. Speaking of McCafferty, she's at the plate right now. Nobody on, one out. She comes in looking aggressive, looking like she wants to swing. And she does, puts it in the air. That's going to go over the center fielder's head. Actually, a nice play by the center field, fielding that pretty quickly. Hits her cutoff. And that is a one-out single for McCafferty. That was Tech's best hit of the day. If Tech can knock her in, that would prevent the 10-run slaughter from happening. We would see a sixth inning. So McCafferty doing her best to keep this game alive. And Ray Como, freshman, typically second baseman, today at third, at the plate. Looking to knock McCafferty in. Como back in the box. Augusta sets. Winds the pitch. Got her on a low strike. Looked like a ball, but with 2 out, 2 is want to protect that plate. So Augusta gets another K. That one looking. And Tech down to their final out now with 2 outs. And Zoe Wilson at the plate. Zoe, a senior. She's going to swing at that high strike. Very much like me. I couldn't lay off the high ones. So we subbed in for, subbed into center field. The pitch. Make contact there. And snagged by the third baseman. And that's going to do it. 3 outs. And it looks like we're going to play at top of the 6th. Though it is a 10-run game. We'll see. We'll hold on here before we go to break to make sure we're playing another inning. But it looks like both teams want to play. Yes, we'll continue. We'll continue with the top of the 6th. We'll be right back. We are back for the top of the 6th. McCafferty back on the mound for Tech. Leading off for Cathedral is DePisa. Morgan DePisa. Fouls that off. High strike. That is strike 2. Smacks that to first. McCafferty makes the play. Great snag by McGregor at first. McCafferty and McGregor there. 1 down. With Emily Mariluz coming to the plate. McCafferty sets. The windup. And the pitch. It's a pop up to second. JB Beauchamp makes the play. Nice job tracking it. Sun in her eyes. And she held on to it. Great job. Two up, two down. And this looks like a new pinch hitter for Cathedral. Hard to get a read on her number. We'll work on that. McCafferty with ball one, throws ball one there. Swing and a miss for strike one. I mean, it looks like it's either Freeman or De Los Santos. But it might be Vanessa Freeman. She a little hesitantly takes a cut there for strike two. The wind up, the pitch. She makes contact right to McGregor. She'll step on the bag. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Tech Tigers. As we head into the bottom of the sixth, it is 11-1 Cathedral. We are back for the bottom of the sixth. Tech trailing 11-1. With JB Beauchamp, the second baseman, who's done a very nice job at second, leading off. Beauchamp a swing and a miss there. 2-2 count. That one is high with a full count. Fouls it off. Two and two count. Beauchamp staying alive. Tech looking to cut into this 10-run deficit. That is strike three. They've been unable to solve a Gustav, who's been terrific on the mound for Cathedral. Cathedral's girls basketball team won the 7th state title in their program history this past winter. They had a fantastic team. They're moving from D4 to D3, which will be interesting to see how they do against those teams. But that is a fantastic squad. That's high and outside. Camille Santana at the plate. The lefty. Good eye there, 2-0 count. And a good eye there, 3-0. See if she gets the red light here. Or with the game being a little one-sided, if she gets a green light. Wisely holds off. Ball 4. And Tech has a runner on first with 1 out. This is Alex Fuentes, who's out in right field for Tech. Subbed into the game about in the fourth inning. Ball in the dirt. Nice job by the catcher to keep it in front of her. Puts that in play. And that is a double play that ends the inning. First baseman made the grab. And Santana running straight to second. Maybe not realizing there was only one out. She gets tagged up at first when the first baseman touches the bag. After 6, it is 11-1 Cathedral. Looks like we're going to play a full 7. We are. McCafferty back to the mound. We'll be back for the top of the 7th. Cathedral ahead, 11-1. Base hit there, a knock to short. Soraya Ray made a nice play. McGregor, unfortunately, unable to hold on to the ball. The error will cost Tech, lead to a leadoff runner on first. And very quickly, she's going to steal second. So that's a tough spot where Vizcaíno leads off with she gets on with the error. She immediately steals second. And on the pass ball there, she's going to take third. So those are situations where Cathedral's just been a little bit better today, particularly in the infield. Where most of the action is, though, I mean, Cathedral got a couple hits into the outfield, particularly from Perez Guerrero. But McCafferty also smacked one up to the outfield as well for Tech. But most of the action today has been in the infield. Cathedral seeking to extend their lead on this, I'm going to keep saying it, beautiful sunny afternoon here in Lynn. We're at Breed Field. Some issues getting this field playable. Looks great today, though. And that's a wild pitch, or that's a pass ball. She's going to score standing. It is 12-1 Cathedral. Just got confirmation that it's 12-1. The at-bat continues. It's a pass ball. And a full count. Strike 3. Another strikeout for McCafferty. Ball one there high. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch for McCafferty there. McCafferty looking for another punch out. That one is high and outside. So again, some positives for Tech this afternoon. Cathedral was better. They were better offensively. Just enough better pitching, even though McCafferty was good today. Augusta was better. But her defense was better behind her. So that obviously, when you've got the 3 pillars of baseball behind you, which Cathedral had, it is a recipe for success. McCafferty to wind up the pitch. outside. That one's high and outside as well. Will lead to ball 4. Not the worst idea when Perez Guerrero's up to Walker. She's got on every which way today. Really the player of the game, her and Augustive for Cathedral. It's a strike, but it's going to be a pass ball. Perez Guerrero will advance to second. One on, one out with a runner on second for Cathedral. McCafferty looking to get another punch out. It's a foul ball, 2 strikes on the batter. And that's another thing, too. I think there's so much pressure on McCafferty right now to produce strikeouts. That's a lot of stress on a pitcher. So the better the infield defense gets, the more effective she'll be because she can allow the ball to be put in play, too. That's strike 3. That was strike 3, but oh boy. Baez actually threw to third instead of first there on the strike 3. So it's a strikeout for McCafferty, but nobody out. No out there registered because pass ball, she ran to first, and Baez threw to third. But with the pass ball back to McCafferty, Perez Guerrero advances to third anyway. So runners on the corners, 1 out. Base hit to Como at third. She's going to hold on to it. Bounces around a little bit. Smart to hold on to it. Get it right back to the pitcher. Will knock in a run. That's a hard hit RBI. 13-1 Cathedral. Como did a good job minimizing the damage there. 1 on, runners at first and second, so force at any play. Bag. Pop fly. Baez doesn't get to it in time. And she's done a nice job. She's been thrown into a situation as the backup catcher. Always tough when you're shorthanded. That's in the dirt. That is a nice pitch, but a pass ball. Will advance the runner from second to third. I don't know why she didn't move forward from first, but runners in the corners now. Fouls it off. And a 2-2 count. Wind up with the pitch. Puts it up. That's going to drop in. Oh, what a play. Soraya Ray snags it. May have had a chance to double up at first, but she got back in time. Ray with a nice jumping grab. She's been pretty solid at shortstop. I think one thing Tech could do better is kind of run into the mound and then throw it. These long throws to McCafferty aren't hitting their mark. Didn't hurt him there. Base hit to second. Beauchamp gets it. Throws to first. It is high. Even though she made the play, throw was high. McGregor jumped for it. As she jumped, the runner hit the bag. Home plate ump actually called out, but the base path ump, who's at short, had a better view. He called her safe at first. That's the right call. The inning continues. A run scores. It's now 13-1. 2 on, 2 out. That's ball one. Beauchamp doing a nice job fielding at second. That's a pass ball, or wild pitch rather. Runners will advance, second and third now, 2 outs, 2 on, 2 outs. 13-1 lead. Cathedral up by a dozen. And this one, unfortunately for Tech, feels mathematical at this point. That one's outside. Wind up in the pitch, high. And again, you're asking a lot of McCafferty. That's ball 4 there. She's going to walk her. Believe this is Vanessa Freeman, who struck out in her last at bat. Good matchup, at least in the last prior at bat for McCafferty. Let's see how this goes. Strike one to start things off. Yeah, you can see she's having a hard time meeting McCafferty's fastball, so it would be an opportune matchup for the pitcher. Same thing there, strike 2. And we'll see if McCafferty sticks with that fastball in an attempt to get strike 3. Oh, nice job by Freeman. Catches up to it there. Ooh, hits the car behind home plate with that foul ball. Tough place to park. Oh, 2 count. Bases are loaded. 2 outs. 13-1 lead for Cathedral. McCafferty misses the strike zone there. No, that was strike 3. Hit the corner. And that'll do it. Another strikeout for McCafferty. This one looking. We head to the bottom half of the 7th. Tech looking for a miraculous comeback. Trailing 13-1. We'll be right back for the bottom half of the game. For the bottom half of the 7th. Augusta looking to finish this one off for her Cathedral Panthers. Pitch. Pops it up. Out of play. Dribbler back to the pitcher, unable to make the play. Nice job by Tech. Genesis Baez. Dribbler right in front of the catcher. The pitcher ran in. It just didn't get the forward momentum she needed to make the play in time. She made a nice play. Probably should have been the catcher's ball. But bottom line is it leads to a leadoff single for Tech. Shortstop Soraya Ray. Runner on first, nobody out. Looking to end this game on a high note for Tech. I'll have to check, but with the 5-run max in an inning, obviously Tech down 12 right now. If they were to rally and score 5 quick runs, let's say, I'll have to ask after the game, could they continue it, or would you have to stay consistent and end it? I'll check on that. But a long way away from that happening. It'd be a good problem to have to check on. One leadoff single for Tech. Foul ball there. 3-1 count. Took a cut on that 3-0 pitch. Excuse me, must have been 2-1. No, it was 3-1. All right. Ball 4. I was right. All right. Runners on first and second for Tech. Nobody out. With Kayla McGregor, the first baseman, up at the plate. Great opportunity here for McGregor. Misses low with ball 1. That is a strike. Nice pitch. 1-1 count. McGregor in the box. Holds off wisely. 2-1 count. I feel like Tech just needs a field trip to the batting cages just to develop that. It's hard. I mean, hitting, right? But it's just reps. It's getting used to knowing what's coming. It's being aggressive at the plate, picking up on little tendencies. But just the more cuts they take, the better. Let's see what McGregor does here. Nice hit there for McGregor. That's going to be into center for a base hit, and it drops, and she will get an RBI out of it. Excellent piece of hitting by McGregor. 13-2, but if Tech can keep this up, that keeps them in games. Nice job there by McGregor. She's battled all afternoon. From the broadcast booth, we're proud of her. Great job. And now it's McCafferty. Wild pitch there. Tech doesn't opt to advance the runners. I agree. This catcher's tough. You know, Medina's tough behind the plate, but also there's nobody out. Your best hitter's up. It's a pop-up. Medina doesn't get there in time. I think it was wise to let it play out, if you will. I think Coach McCarl did the right thing there. Was no guarantee both runners would advance. The play probably would have been to third, which was a better throw for Medina. A 1-1 count to McCafferty. Looked like that was a strike. She hits that to third. Man. Easy out at third base. The third baseman touches the bag. Tries to double her up. It's McGregor at second, but McGregor with a nice job. She was into second standing. And now Ray Como at the plate. Como 2 on. She's getting runners on first and second. She's looking to advance with 1 out. Augusta unable to hit the strike zone there. And that is ball 4. Come with a good eye. Going to load up the bases here for Tech. With Zoe Wilson stepping up to the plate. Senior Zoe Wilson. Puts the bat on the ball. Nice hit, but a foul ball. Too bad. A couple more inches to the left, and that's at least a 2-run RBI, if not more. All right, so an 0-1 count to Wilson. 1 out. Bases are loaded. Tech down 13-2. She likes that high one. Swing and a miss. It's ball one, but she wanted that one. I'd be curious if Wilson could knock in all these runs, get into the park home run. They'd have 5 runs this inning. She wants that high one. That's a foul ball toward us. I'd be curious what happens if they get 5 runs with that 5-run max. I mean, if you do it earlier in the game, it only makes sense that you'd have to consistently do it the whole way through. All right. 0-2 count. Base hit up between second, short and third. Great job by McGregor. That's going to score at least 2 runs. Como with some smart running. She gets from first to third. And she may have been able to score on that. It's tricky. Because the ball, it's a short backstop. And Wilson gets the second. Excellent job. I mean, just hit a tough grounder with eyes. Found the gap between the shortstop and the third baseman. And now it is 13-4. With runners on second and third. And 1 out. This is JB Beauchamp at the plate. 2-0 count. So again, if Tech can knock these 2 runs in, I'd be curious. Do they stop the game because of the 5-run rule, or do they keep it going? Personally, I don't like that stuff. I don't like the 10-run rule. I don't like unless it's egregious, right? It teams up so much. I guess you play it by situations, but it's just nice when you play the full 7 innings. And that's a 4-pitch walk. Beauchamp gets on base. And Camille Santana, center fielder, steps up to the plate for Lynn Tech. 13-4 game. Augusta just having a hard time finding the strike zone now. If you're Santana, you got a hitter's count now, 2-0. One out for the Tigers. Looking to continue the offensive burst. That is high and outside, 3-0. Wind up in the pitch. Ball 4, she'll take her base. Tech gets another run. 13-5. Going to lead to a meeting on the mound. Coach Doherty coming out. Speak with his pitcher. And Alex Fuentes steps up at the plate. With bases loaded and 1 out. Again, will be interesting here if Tech gets that 5th run this inning. Do they hold off? Or do they just let them play it out? 1 out. Bases loaded. 13-4. Cathedral ahead. Excuse me, 13-5. After Como scored. 13-5. Fuentes up. Puts it in play. And that's a double play to end it. And that should do it. A little confusion on the field, but that's a game-ending double play. Some confusion again. Alyssa Howell and Donovan, the assistants, don't like the call, but he called it pretty quickly at first. Again, some deliberation on the field, but I can't imagine they're going to change that call. And that will do it. 13-5. Tech puts up 4 in the bottom half of the game. But Cathedral from top to bottom was the better team here. And they hold on for a 13-5 victory. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the Lynn Tech athletes. Some KIPP Academy athletes as well here. For Ethan Pena, for Maciel Santana, I'm Justin Barrasso. Thank you for watching.